May 1965. Hazel and Pamela visit us. We were now going regularly to the church in Fleetwood, but a number of times we travelled to Manchester to go to Sharon. We may have joked that we wanted to pick up something we left behind last time. There may have been a visit, or even two, in the 7 Sundays between the abortive camping expedition and the events which I am about to describe. The time came when Hazel and Pamela paid us a reciprocal visit. They came by bus on Saturday the 15th of May 1965. They travelled on the X60 from Lower Mosley Street bus station in Manchester to the Coliseum bus station in Blackpool. It may even be that the occasions when we went to them by bus started because they came to us on this occasion by bus. They stayed the Saturday and Sunday nights at Chris's house. I only have a few memories now of their visit. I think they visited my house on the Saturday. Did they stay for tea? As I've already mentioned, Peter and I fancied Pamela and Chris Hazel. But our Steve failed to be impressed with what were to me Pamela's irresistible charms. He later commented, to my chagrin, that he thought she looked like a horse. Pam had fairly prominent teeth that showed her gums when she smiled. In characteristic wit, he also referred to the name Pamela as Camelas. I believe that we took them to meet Trevor on the Saturday afternoon. Trevor was still living at that time at the bungalow in Laurel Drive, not far from my house. It seems typical of Trevor during this period that he was always working, that is, doing his school homework. Trevor originally came from Bolton, and would shorten the vowels in words such as work and church to work and church. Because he was working, he just came outside to see us briefly. We weren't invited in. We were aware that that would be the situation at Trevor's, but we were keen to show the girls off to him. Their dad was to us tantamount to a television star, and here we were even going around with his daughters. I doubt whether Trevor was very much more impressed than our Steve was. In the evening we took them into Blackpool to have a look around. We took them on the Golden Mile where all the amusement arcades were. Chris and I probably lit up cigarettes, though I think Peter had given up smoking by this time. They weren't at all interested in gambling machines, and wandering round the arcades and bingo places and stalls selling kiss-me-quick hats didn't excite them overmuch. So to try to add a little spice to the proceedings, we decided that a spoof phone call to Jones might be a good idea. So we found a phone box, and Pamela was the one who spoke to him. "Hello, David," she said in a soft, seductive voice. Barely suppressing our laughter, we imagined Jones demanding, "Who is this?" "It's Pamela," the silky voice continued. "Pamela who?" we imagined Jones saying. "You know, Pamela from Manchester." Before he came to Thornton, Jones had lived in Manchester. "Don't you remember me, David?" she pouted, then grinned round at us. She continued in the same vein for a little longer, then hung up, and we 3 boys staggered away from the telephone box, laughing and guffawing uncontrollably.